Welcome to our first part of Beholder 2. It's a story game, so I hope you guys like it. Starts off like this. How could I have been so blind? I should have known from the very beginning. Oh. That it was all a mistake, all of it. But maybe not, it's too late to fix it. I need to shut everything down. Destroy all the documents. Those empty eyes. That silent obedience. This isn't what I wanted. It wasn't supposed to be like this. To do great things, you must overcome great obstacles. I know that, but still. I've never been so scared in my life. I'm sure they're already planning on dragging Evan into all of this. I know of only one way to protect my son. You've got to jump off cliffs all the time and build your wings on the way down. In Beholder 2. So this is a game where we're playing as a person named Evan Redgrave. Transfer to the ministry approved. Get to work as soon as you arrive in Helmer. J. Cunningham. P.S. Your father is dead. More info when we meet. So this is Ivan Redgrave. And this person here. Hi there. I assume you're the one I've been waiting for. My name is George Hemmitz. Nice to meet you, Evan. You must be quite a big deal, Evan. Why? I've been with the ministry for 8 years, 4 months and 12 days. In that time I processed 18,342 applicants, had 1,629 cups of coffee, and witnessed 284 instances of civil disorder. Now ask me how many times I've sent to welcome a new employee on their first day. How many? 0 even. Zilch. Not once in all those 3,042 days. So there has to be something special about you, right? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Perhaps you've got me mixed up with somebody else. I'm just here to be a clerk. My name's Evan Redgrave. Redgrave? As in Redgrave? Redgrave? Oh, oh goodness. Your father. Enough chit-chat. Understood. I promise I won't talk too much on the way there. The ministry is considered to be quite rightfully to be one of the most beautiful and well-equipped buildings in the country. Have a look for yourself. It's 226 metres tall, contains 12,742 offices spread over its 37 floors, and welcomes over 325,000 visitors a day. Sometimes I catch myself thinking about all those thousands of people and trying to calculate just how many more consumer goods they could be producing if they didn't have to spend all their time waiting in lines. But I can't handle those kind of numbers. I always give up. Check out the statue of our wise leader in the square. It took 5,500 tons of concrete and 2,400 tons of metal to build. That statue weighs 8,000 tons. We could have built 8 kindergartens and a hospital with all those materials, but the ministry knows what the people really need. Impressive, isn't it? This cold, indifferent pavement is where your father met his end. Now the gossip loves to hang around here. You can listen in on them, but you're not likely to hear anything particularly useful or nice. You should get used to it, though. That's just how it is around here. No matter what positions you're in, you've got to listen carefully, take note of everything, and report it to the higher-ups. Now we're going through security. The safety and security of the ministry are another source of pride for us. The security guards can be some of your best friends here, especially if you're able to come to some sort of kind of agreement with them. Our guards have thwarted 985 terrorist attacks this year alone. That's an average of almost 4 attempts a day. So make sure you've always got some cash on you, just in case. And don't do anything to spoil their numbers. Do you follow me? As I said before, there are 37 floors and twice as many underground, at least according to official data. The higher floors, the better the job. If you work hard, you might make it to the top, but keep in mind that a lot of people want to get promoted, so competition is fair and merciless. People here... Oh, I didn't know that we didn't finish. Well, you should always remember why we're here, and what it took us to get here. Every now and then it's worth showing the proper respect to the one who sacrificed everything for his people. Remember, the wise leader is ever vigilant. Things like happiness and sadness come and go, but the leader is ever present. This is where we hold general meetings. They're usually pretty mundane. Some people get rewarded for their work, others get reprimanded for theirs. Sometimes we also publicly condone the actions of our neighbour states. Some smartass suggested that we call the meetings 5 minutes of hatred. He got reprimanded on the spot and hasn't made any further suggestions since, or more accurately, hasn't been able to. We also sing patriotic songs here sometimes. I've sung the national anthem 426 times this month. The first floor of the ministry has an area of 440,000 square meters. Incredible, isn't it? 4,040 square meters of bureaucratic heaven. Oh dear, that doesn't sound like heaven to me. See those lines? Every single person there has come with a problem. Whether it's a real issue or not up to decide, our job is to send people to the right department. But it's important not to get too much done. We don't want people thinking that the ministry hasn't done their work. If you sit on riverbank long enough, the current might sweep away enemies for you. What I'm saying is that it's perfectly acceptable to take a neutral position, or an indifferent one, as some might call it. There are a lot of people here who don't care one way or another. And we are going into my office area, kinda-ish. And there's a general hall. You'll be spending a lot of time here working and talking to co-workers. And this is my office. And that's your desk. Take a look around. I'll give you your first assignment when you're ready. Remember how you promised not too much talk on the way, Nimitz? I shudder to think what too much means to you. Have you had a look around? I'll take you to your workplace and show you the ropes. Don't listen to the briefing. Sister Scout with the basic, the forms. Your task for today is to process 5 visitors. You earn authority for meeting or quota. Authority? I've never had money. Evan, in our ministry, authority is much more valuable than money. Anyone can steal or find money, but authority has to be earned. Without it, you can forget about promotions, rewards, and your whole career. If you don't have enough authority in the ministry, your colleagues won't even talk to you. What a lovely day. See, I know all of this stuff anyway, so I know the story. Okay, so welcome to my office area. Let's check emails before we start. Ban on mass mailings. Okay, sure. Let's start with the forms. I want to change my job. Why? Lately, a lot of people are taken to paying employees in products they make instead of money. And while it's an honour to stir by great motherland in the sewage and sanitation union, you know, can I be sent to the seat vet? Okay, so this is a request to the Ministry of Labour. So you start off if it's a request, a complaint, a denunciation, and information. A request is if they're specifically asking a department to do something. A complaint is if it's generally directed to a group of people rather than one person. Denunciation is the opposite, where it's doing it towards one person than many people. And information is just either giving information or wanting information. So request, and it would be the Ministry of Labour. So there's order, which is crimes, stuff like that. Patriotism, which is all about the leader and propaganda. Social care, which is anything about the life and death of a person, including where they live, anything like that. Labour is work stuff. Culture and sport is all about like football pitches and public areas, stuff like that. And science technology is pretty much straightforward. So it's Ministry of Labour, and then finally we need to look at the day and then assign an office that day. So Monday, that's Monday. There we are. And then print. Boom. That is the first one done. Now sometimes these can get a bit crazy, but we'll go through this together. Dunkerus, the head of the fire department, won't hire me because I'm a woman. I was a star athlete and done 100 skydives. I've served in the army, so but you're pregnant. Lot of those pansies from the music school. Okay, so this is another Ministry of Labour stuff, and it's a denunciation because it's one person she is moaning about. Maybe it's better talking about this stuff as well. In my mind, it's a lot better to talk about things like this. I'm here to let you know that Adam Puck and his family are legally collecting his deceased grandmother's food stamps. So this is a denunciation towards a social care because it's about somebody's death. So therefore we assign the room and we print. That's number 3. Now we're looking to get 5 done today before the end of this episode. Doing to the ministry leader. I want to report that last weekend a group of 5 unknown people armed with tools carried out repairs on kindergarten 48 known as Little Leader. So that's a complaint. Isn't that a good thing? They left my whole organisation without any work. We've been preparing for this repair job for 7 years. We have 300 employees. What are they supposed to do now? Something has to be done. Let's double check the information. So yeah, it would be social care because they regulate kindergartens. So that'd be Monday. Boom. That's number 4. 1 more to go. I'm the supervisor of a public toilet by the railway station. Each stall is equipped with a surveillance camera and a microphone in accordance to the patriotism law. I bought you all the video and audio recordings for this month. So you go information, and as he already said, patriotism is patriotism, and print. Boom. That's completed. And we actually would have got the authority if we actually did it. But if you go through a quota, you get authority every 5 ones you correctly do in this particular one. Report back. I fulfilled the quota. What's next? Great, keep up. Actually, I have nothing more to tell you about your job. You're on your own now. Get settled in, meet your co-workers, and earn authority. If you roll up your sleeves and work hard 8 hours a day, sooner or later you'll be promoted to manager and get to work 12 hours a day. Isn't that exciting thought? Keep in mind, I'll keep that in mind, thank you George. Take a note of the journal that you have in your briefing. All the documents are over there, and take them to Magda Ragdovish, the boss's secretary. I'll wait for you about this. Okay. So we're going to go to the cart with the papers, which are here. So that's the report I need to send over. Need to go through here. Oh, I didn't have to wait. I normally have to have a waiting in line to do this stuff, but never mind. She isn't busy. Hello. That's not a very respectful way to address your elder woman now, is it? I'm sorry. Now what? Give her the documents. George Nimitz asked me to give you these documents. You didn't look inside, I hope. I'm not interested. I didn't ask you if you were interested. Reading sealed papers like this didn't make you top-tier clearance can cost you your freedom or your life. Do I make myself clear? Perfectly. I prefer not to stick my nose in other people's business. I don't care where you stick any of your extremities. There are rules, regulations, and instructions that must be observed if you want to stay in the ministry for more than a day. If you make mistakes, nothing will serve you, not even your name. What's wrong with my name? You're still here. Don't try my patience. Sorry, I'm leaving already. Okay, so we're also going to be meeting all of our colleagues in this episode, quickly before we go. We have 4 colleagues on this level, well, 3 different co-workers on this level, as well as a boss and a secretary. Is it really not going to let me show? Oh, it's not going to let me do it. Okay. Well, let's go to the... I'm not even allowed to go to the work telephone yet. Am I able to talk to... Okay, that guy's not there, but the pastry lady's over here is here. So let's talk with a pastry lady. Who are you? I haven't seen you before. Hi, my name's Evan. I'm new. New, huh? I'm Serena Mallets. Well, here's my advice, newbie. If you don't want to lose your mind and your life, keep away from the vending machine. What do you want to know? Do you know the temperature today? Do I look like a thermometer? What do you want to know? How do people make it past security? The ministry is a restricted area. What do you think people eat in restricted areas? They used to have a whole canteen on this floor. Ask for details. When it was shut down to cut costs, folks started dying of starvation right in front of their workplaces. So the boss had to okay selling food here. And nobody stops you? I'd love to see them try. Wow, quite a big shot. Please, I started out as a janitor here. You know how it goes though. Nobody pays attention to the hired help. I've seen and heard a lot. Once the canteen got shut down, I put 2 and 2 together and went straight to the boss. We agreed on an amount fairly quick. The security chief, though, became a problem. So to remind him of what happened on the day of order a couple of years ago, and he came to his senses pretty sharpish. Ever since, security just smile and wave at me. What happened? Yeah, right. Want to start smuggling pies too and take my job away? What do you want to know? I mean, I've already got 250 coins and not even my first day. Well, first proper day is the actual technical first day. Yeah, as I said, this is a very interesting kind of atmosphere and place. It's in a Soviet Union style bureaucracy, and in this game, if you check the map, we don't even have the ministry map yet. That's hilarious. There are 4 floors that we can go on. This floor and then 3 other floors. Let's go and talk to this security guard here, because this is... We can't talk to him either. Oh dear. Okay. Well, let's go and talk to the Mitts outside anyway. Hemits, sorry. Let's listen to the gossips. What happened here? I've been bringing reports to the Ministry of Distribution for the last 3 days. I've missed everything. They say Redgrave fell out the window yesterday. Do you know who he was? Of course I do. He's one of the bigwigs. How could something like that happen? No idea. Better not dwell on it. Foreign saw him fall right on top of the floor. Sorry about that, guys. So Foreign saw him fall right on the top floor, he says. First some shards of glass came raining down, then... Holy moly! Heads must have rolled after that, eh? No, Phil. Everything's been quiet. They declared a mourning period as usual. And that's even scarier, you know? Ministers don't just drop out of windows every day. There must be more to it. Keep it down. You want to take a little trip out of window too? Don't say that. I didn't mean... Let's get out of here. So you can see the story of it being all developed here. Oh, I'm not a person to talk to either. Okay. And here we are, back with George. What a lovely day. What did you want to talk about? It's about your father, Evan. What happened to him was just awful. There's something I have to tell you. Go on. At most 20 people in the whole country know what I'm about to tell you. I'm taking a huge risk by divulging these details on you, so I have to ask you, don't say a word to anyone, okay? Let's hear it. As you know, I was appointed to the position of floor inspector several years ago, but at the same time I was enlisted to work in Department 6. Department 6? That's a myth. No sane person actually believes in it. The greatest trick of the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. Department 6 is considered to be a myth, because that's how people in charge wanted it. More precisely, that's how your father wanted it. My father was the head of Department 6? Won't well on there. Work on Himdall, a secret project helmed by your father, began at that time. That's how we met. I've always been good with numbers, so I was invited on board to assess statistical errors and their potential consequences. He didn't talk much about it, but mentioned having sons a few times. What did he say about me? We didn't keep in contact. Why do you think so? Blah blah blah. Death. No, I haven't. Thank you, George. Blah blah blah. About something to do with you know, the story between them two was just that they didn't really talk. That's about it. So what was this Himdall project? Not here, not how. It's too dangerous. We have to find a quiet place and the right time. How about tomorrow? I'll tell you everything, you can decide what to do with the information. Okay, thank you for telling me. See you tomorrow. Okay, time to go back home. Somebody's knocking on the door. Good to see you, Evan. Do you remember me? Of course I do, James. You used to visit us all the time when I was a kid. You're right. You must have been at 14 the time that we last met. You're a full-grown man now. It's a pity your father isn't here to see it. How's your first day going? Everything moving very quickly. Just a week ago I was planning to visit my father and introduce him to the family. In the end, I didn't even make it to his funeral. I understand, Evan. Did you two ever patch things up? No, we never got the chance. I'm sorry, if I'd known that things were that bad, I would have arranged your transfer here much sooner. So you're the one who assigned me to the ministry? I am indeed. And by now, you might have guessed that it wasn't down to your good looks and winning smile. Did you come here alone? Where's your family? Everything's okay. They're with Miriam's parents in Reading at the moment. Reading? There's hardly anything there apart from coal mines and some pretty unpleasant miner types. Not the best for a woman and a child. I realise that. I have to get the new apartment ready for them as soon as possible. James, do you know anything about my father's death? Not much. The floor bosses were involved in some way. That's all I know. I can't conduct a full investigation. Why not? Investigations that you and your division do. Evan, the only insider I had in the ministry was your father. Clearly he discovered something very important and got taken out for it. All the evidence disappears, meaning that the investigation in the ministry, blah blah blah, are the same. I'll offer help. I want to help you. Happy to hear it. Find some dirt on the B words in the ministry and find out who's responsible for your father's death, and I'll make sure to get punishment for what they deserve. Where should I begin? I'm no detective. Your main task is to listen to what people say, make a note of everything and ask the right questions. Learn about the job and about your colleagues. It's not as though you have anywhere else to be, so become one of the team and find out what they're all interested in. Everyone's watching TV shows these days, so you should start watching them too. You and your family's new friends need something to talk about. By the way, I left a book in your bookcase. There's some general information about terminal interfaces in there. There are descriptions on several ways to crack simple passwords. You find lots of different useful information on your colleagues' terminals. I'll take some to read it all, but it will pay off. Let's not talk about him. Yeah, that's it. Goodbye. And then let's watch TV. Watch them 3 episodes. Oh, but I have to buy them episodes too. Oh, I didn't even know. Okay, there we are. So if you weren't able to do all 5 of them missions at the beginning, yeah, then there would have been a problem, almost. Okay. I mean, I am wasting time, but it's just the beginning part of it, of this game, so it doesn't really matter. Now, we're going to be going up until an event that happens in which, well, you might... I'm not sure if it is going to happen anymore. It might. But in my last game where I made a pretty key decision about talking about Nemitz, it did happen. Or Hemitz is his name. So after that point is when we finish this first episode. Just going through the security. There we are. And this should be the bit where we find out if it happens or not. Looks like it does still. So regardless of what you tell James Cunningham. Dear compatriots and friends, we have all gathered here today hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder for a very special occasion. We are here to award someone. Our country is big, unique and beautiful. We have united by common concerns and common pleasures. We are also united by long-standing tradition of awarding the worthy among us and wishing them the very best. And today that worthy individual is your comrade Hemitz. It is vitally important that we believe in ourselves, in our own strengths, in our own country. We work, and in doing so we achieve many great things. I would like to sincerely thank you, dear friends, for your victories and achievements, your understanding and trust, and your genuine, heartfelt concern for our great state. Today, every one of us can become a little better. To achieve this, all we need to do is to treat our parents with love and gratitude, give our children and family the attention and care they deserve, respect our colleagues, cherish our friends, defend truth and justice, be merciful and help those in need of support. But most importantly, we must never betray the cause of our great nation. After all, each of us is rewarded according to our deeds. All hail our great state, peace and prosperity to our great motherland. I wish you happiness, health and prosperity. Hurrah! And that is the end of our first episode. I have to ask something, what's going on? Someone is bound to know. Well, that is the end of the episode, so thank you guys for coming. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Also, please do share this to others if you continue to enjoy, as it's a very interesting game and I would love people to know it more. And yeah, thank you guys for coming, and goodbye.